Alright, so Taiso releases tomorrow. Now, a lot of people have been asking me which race they should pick on release because a lot of new players are coming into Taiso because of all the hype on TikTok and etc. of people, just hyping up this re-release for Hell and all the new content in it. Now, the game consists of 4 races now. We have Shinigami, Arrancars, Quincy's, and Fullbringers. Now, each of these races are good in their own way, and things have changed a lot recently with a new update log where they nerfed every single race in the game. I'm going to tell you guys which race to pick and which one is the best out of all of them. But if you guys are new to the channel, to the video, subscribe and turn on post notifications. Also join my Discord server in the description of this video. I'm helping out a lot of people in my Discord, and we'll be completing the entire update together as a community. So yeah, let's jump into it. So at the bottom of the list right now, we have the Fullbringers. Now, I don't know much about Fullbringers other than the fact that Fullbringers are going to be like a really balanced race, also squishy. There's going to be like a lesser version of Shinigamis because, for example, they only have their first mode. They don't have a second mode. They don't have a sub mode. They're just going to have their base Fullbring, and they're basically a awakened version of the Fullbring. So it's going to be very weak compared to the other races that are getting true modes like true bankais, etc. So it's gonna be very interesting if you pick a Fullbring. I mean, you could pick a Fullbring on release and just wait it out for when they get their major content update, because definitely Fullbringers will be getting a major update where of course they get a true mode and more Fullbrings coming to them. Now the Fullbrings that are coming to them are stuff like Tsukushima's Book of the End, we have Aruka's Dollhouse, we have the Ichigo Fullbring, and etc. Now all of those things are coming, and I'm looking forward to those. Now, the other race that we have here is the Shinigami. Now, the Shinigami, alright? So Shinigami by far is the squishiest race out of all the big tree races from before. And now with the recent nerfs, they got nerfed even more. For example, before Shinigami, only thing that they had was the fact that they had Visored, which helped them out a lot in clutching fights, because once you pop Visored, you get extra health and etc. But they nerfed the health that you get from your Visored, and also the true bankais and stuff look really weak compared to the Sclaverize and stuff, which we'll get into in a second. Now, Shinigamis are just very squishy, and their abilities are okay compared to the other races, but I would say that you could only play Shinigami if you're really good at the game. I would suggest that you only play it if you are trying to, I don't know, because it's not going to be meta. Shinigami is definitely not going to be meta in this new update because of all the recent changes. Now, Shinigami, that's the only thing that they got, basically, other than true modes. They got nerfed and etc. Now let's jump onto the Quincy's. Now, the Quincy's used to be really strong, but now they kind of got gutted. For example, they can only choose between a cybernetic or again a lead steal. Now, I don't know anyone who would actually pick a cybernetic over lead steal, because lead steal literally buffs you. Meanwhile, cybernetic is just an extra move. Unless you really want an extra move, then you can get the cybernetic, but I would just suggest that you get leads for the Quincy's. Now, I'd pick Quincy because, in my honest opinion, Quincy is the easiest thing to prog in the game. It's probably the easiest progression. Once you start off as a Quincy, you can literally just cheese everything with your bow. Literally, you can just cheese all the NPCs from grade 5 up to grade 3, get your Shrift, and you can still cheese the mission boards with just ranging people with your arrows. Yeah, so other than that, they're also getting some crazy stuff like Excalibur, the Almighty. Now, listen, we don't know anything about the Almighty. It might change. This video might change in the future when we find out more stuff about the Almighty. But the Almighty is going to be a strift/will standing locked behind a quest line. So we don't know exactly what it does, but more than likely it's going to be brain dead. So it's probably going to switch spots with the first one if it's really that good, depending on how hard the quest line is and how stuff goes. Now, the best race in the game is the Arrancars. Now, the Arrancars is very interesting. Okay, so first off, Arrancars are really hard to grind, especially with this new release. It will be very hard for you to grind an Arrancar, because if you guys don't know, you got to start off as a fishbone and work your way up to a Vassalorde. Now, that quest line is going to be so impossible because people usually gatekeep you from reaching Vassalorde, because especially if you're an albino Ajuka, you will not get it because people will literally pop on you and kill you. So it's really dumb, okay? So I don't really think that is going to be very recommended that you actually grind an Arrancar as your first slot. I would say either grind a Quincy or a Shinigami as your first slot and not an Arrancar, especially with this re-release where everyone will just be popping and killing everything that they see, okay? So I would recommend that you save it. Just know that it's the best race in the game now, alright? Now listen, Arrancars are very mad at the moment because they got their partial removed, their partial essence, and they only have one partial now. But one thing that they need to know is that, one, they have literally hero still, so they're still the tankiest race in the game. Plus, they're going to get Ancient Vassalorde, which the buffs are insane, that you get unlimited hero, you get a roar that guard breaks, and basically a roar that makes it so you have an evasive where if someone actually like hits you and you do the roar, it would punish them instead of punishing you. So it's just crazy. Now I don't know which one's gonna be better, ancient like Vasto or Almighty, but yes, the Arrancars are definitely going to be the best race in the game. And I don't know why Arrancars are really complaining other than the partial. I mean, it makes sense, you know, because, you know, they're really used to using their partial and stuff. But yeah, that's my ranking of the races. Tell me in the comments below which race you will pick on release. And if this video was helpful, can you sign off? Love y'all. Join my Discord if you need Tidal help, and peace.